We are going to have a root around a woman called Belle Gibson. Now, if you don't know about it, Belle Gibson is a woman from Tasmania who received worldwide fame through her terrible diagnosis of terminal cancer. In fact, she had 3 heart attacks, 2 heart operations, throwing up blood, had terminal metastasized cancer, and was bringing up a child on her own. The prognosis didn't look good. Belle Gibson discovered a way to almost turn it around, almost give herself the cure for cancer, and therefore helping others who are in the same position. Hero, the all-round healthy, young, beautiful woman with a child bringing up on her own, fighting this big disease and fighting it well. She brought out cookbooks, a book deal that gave her, earned her $125,000. She was sponsored by many different charities and did personal appearances raising money for these charities. She had an app that was created that brought in revenue every time anyone in the entire world clicked on it. She was even flown by Apple to come out for the launch of their Apple Watch and do a personal appearance. And when you look at the appearances, you see this young, beautiful woman, and you kind of look and say, really, how can someone so desperately ill look so well? The world was convinced. Until it wasn't. And the world was shown that Belle Gibson was a complete liar, scammer, and all around, well, nasty piece of work, really. Yeah. Lovely girl. Take a deep breath. This is a story. Belle Gibson was born in 1991 to 2 parents, family still together, and a brother who she later said was autistic, though this is controversial as her brother and the rest of the family denied it. But anyway, their family moved to Brisbane, where Belle went to high school but dropped out at 16. Now, again, Belle says that she was forced out of school by her parents and that she was forced to basically run the house from about the age of 5 onwards. So she had to become a sort of parent. Really, nobody knows why she said this or what's going on or the truth of the matter. But the fact is that she dropped out of high school to do what? I don't know. But she had her first child, her first and only child, in 2010. And here is where things kind of go off the radar. Nothing was really known about her until she sort of burst onto social media scene, this young woman receiving the terrible diagnosis that she had cancer. Now, this is where Belle's story falls down. Everything was going fine. And then a journalist brought out an article, an interview about Belle Gibson and about maybe her background. A journalist who'd just got a little bit of the, heebie-jeebies about the whole thing. From a little bit of gossip from friends who were a little bit umming and ahhing about, I don't know about this, Belle. There's something smells fishy to me. And they did an article from The Age. Now, they tried to do a little bit of background around Belle and couldn't seem to find records of all the things that she was talking about. And also, the money that she was given by charities, or the money that she was supposed to be raising for charities, and all the sponsorship and all this kind of stuff, never received a penny. So this reporter did his homework. And interestingly, once Belle got wind that someone had discovered that none of these charities had received a penny from her, she did a little bit of damage control. Apparently an hour later she was straight on the phone, gave, £10,000 here, £2,000 to that one, just to keep in the oldie stummy, if you know what I mean. Now, what interests me about this case is that it was sort of unprecedented in social media, and it really shook social media on its axis, and especially the wellness community turned it upside down. And she was vilified to such an extent that we hadn't really seen before. And I think it was because The people that gave to her, the people that believed her, the people that followed her, the people that she made so much money falsely out of, realized that it wasn't any kind of experience or certificates or, knowledge that they based their feelings on. It was a story that Belle Gibson fed them, and that they believed because they wanted to believe it. They wanted to believe this young, beautiful, strong woman who was such an influence, an inspiration, and who could be them. It could be them, it could be any of them, and if she could do it, they could do it too. And then when they realized that actually it was completely false, that in fact, Belle Gibson did not have cancer. She did not have heart attacks. She was not hospitalized for any heart operation, and there was no throwing up of blood. There was no reverse of her cancer through her designed healthy eating. None of it. It was all a complete lie. But the funny thing is, throughout it all, no one bothered to check her certificates, her background knowledge, her scans, her hospital records, her hospital visits, her health, and even whether she had cancer or not.
Belle, can I ask, since your recent cancer diagnosis, have you changed your treatment at all? In terms of whether that be conventional or not?
Yeah, I have. I don't know how I want to talk about this because I've not talked about it publicly. I've spoken to you about it though, haven't I? Yeah. Following like a German medicine protocol. And every single doctor and practitioner that knows about it or doesn't know about it, all of them are seeing results. Which, because they're like, where are these results coming from? And I know. But it's, just a medicine which is respected throughout Europe, but not here in Australia yet.
And how do you take it? What is it exactly?
I don't know how I'm going to talk about this. I might have to do some more reading on it, but it's a machine which is like an electronic pulse, pushes into the cells, and I take medicine when that machine's operating on a program. The program, the computer and machine that I'm on runs this program based on my biology and the way that my body operates through my sleep and times of the day. I take medicine and this program's opening my cells so the medicine can get into them.
And if we don't know about it a lot here, were you doing that in the US or can you get that treatment here?
You can get it in the US and you can get it in Europe. You can't get it here. I'm just lucky. Yeah, I'm underground.
So is that why you would hesitate to talk about it, because it's not a practice that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's like one that's very widely recognised and has been widely recognised for decades. FDA approved, clinics throughout America that specialise in this. Australia just hasn't tapped in yet.
Belle's story is so intertwined with our own psyche and how we feel about stories. Protagonist of stories, that we like to put ourselves in that position, and to have such a perfect protagonist of a story, young, beautiful, noble, and it's this nobility as well as being flawed, i.e. she's sick, that made people get drawn into this story, to this narrative that they became part of because they related to it. Belle seemed to possess the qualities that we wish we had ourselves, or some of which we have ourselves. And so the downfall of that was mountainous, up and down. We have a girl who's found the cure for cancer. Yeah. Belle Gibson found the cure for cancer.
Strutting into the federal court, Belle Gibson appeared unflappable. But within minutes of being grilled by prosecutors about her failure to pay her $410,000 fine, the unemployed cancer con woman was in tears, describing herself as generous, doing odd jobs for family members for cash, sometimes for no payment at all. If someone needs help, I provide it. It's because of my empathetic nature. Are you an empathetic person, Belle? The 27-year-old claims she's too poor to pay her penalty for duping Australian consumers.